Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to my Call of Duty Ghosts veteran difficulty walkthrough. And now we are in Severed Ties, and this is the tank level. And I have to say, I'm not really a fan of this level. And it isn't because you aren't playing as Logan for most of the level, because you're playing as this tank commander, pretty much. But that's not why I don't like this level. I don't like this level because it's very, I guess you can say the controlling of the tank is arcadey, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Call of Duty, they're not really one to delve into vehicle combat too much. They're more of the weapons base, which is understandable, but at the same time, you know, if you're trying to compete with other series like, let's say, Battlefield or, you know, other games, why would you put something like this in this game? But I don't know. I guess they just need to fill up some time or something. But yeah, definitely not as good or realistic as tanks in Battlefield. Kind of feel like I'm a kid in a playground here with little army men, with little green army men and tanks that go 500 miles an hour, and just, I don't know. I just find it a little bit silly. But regardless, your tank aims extremely fast. It's very touchy, very, very, very extremely fast. So, I don't know. Didn't really enjoy it too much. There is an achievement coming up here. There will be 3 helicopters coming out of the canyon on my right side. And what you do is you press Y to switch to your guided rockets. And then you have to take out all 3 with guided rockets. No regular tank shell. But yeah, honestly, Call of Duty, I would definitely leave the tank battles or what have you to Battlefield. Because that's their bread and butter, you know? Stick to what you know. Stick to quality shooting gameplay instead of this silly ass stuff. And I am finished the game by now, and honestly, it's okay. For the title Ghosts, you know, there are some great moments to it, but for the title Ghosts, you know, it doesn't really fall under that category of gameplay, which it is Call of Duty. It's kind of like a Michael Bay movie. You know what you're getting, right? But I don't know. I feel like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which has Modern Warfare in the title, and it's, you know, it's still a Michael Bay type video game, but it has more stealth elements, I think, than this game does. Also, no destructible environments. Well, not on the level of Battlefield anyway. You know, if you shot a building with a shell, with a tank in Battlefield, that little outpost that I shot previously, that would not be there anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they made the decision to put this stuff in this game, but not their best move, because honestly, tank controls can't move this fast, and I don't know. I feel like a little bit of juvenile, I don't know, has shone through a little bit as far as the design for this game, but I feel like it's tailored towards younger audiences, which people use that stereotype for Call of Duty games all the time, but honestly, a lot of older people play Call of Duty too, actually. My dad plays Call of Duty, and he's about 51 years old, so it's a wide range of people that enjoy these games, and I don't know. Anyways, this part I kind of dawdle a little bit because I didn't necessarily know what I was doing. I just wanted to make sure that most of these enemies are taken care of, as well as especially the helicopters. I want to make sure I use those guided missiles for that. Also, thermal is only useful for about 4 or 5 seconds. I don't know why I keep it on. I think I forget how to turn it off here in a sec, but actually I guess you can use those guided missiles for those objectives that you're supposed to go towards, but I kind of dawdle for a sec here. You can actually just boost your way by clicking the left stick. Just, Indy 500 your way past these tanks, which I find kind of silly, but you're just moving your way around. I'm shooting at the wall for some reason, or those propane tanks that could possibly blow up, but I guess not. Try and shoot at a fence. Apparently tank shells don't go through fences. I'm sorry, if it's a fence with cloth on it. I think it's tank shell proof cloth. So I don't really like ragging on this game because I do like the Call of Duty games. They're a fun cinematic little experience, to get people ready for the multiplayer pretty much by now. But I don't know, I just preferred it when Call of Duty campaign was actually worked on, and I know they have 2 years to work on it. They alternate. What they do is Treyarch does it 1 year, and then if you don't know, Treyarch does it 1 year, and then Infinity Ward and Neversoft and all of them, Raven Studios, they do it the next year, and then vice versa. Call of Duty game every year, ready for Christmas always. But I just wish that maybe for 1 or 2 more games they just put, it'd be nice if they spent like just 3 years without a Call of Duty game. Give it, I feel like it's overly saturated, honestly. And if they just gave it a break, here we're gonna start playing as Logan. He's gonna be on this minigun turret. But yeah, if they just gave it a break, let it go out of the minds of consumers for a little while, and then they come back with a really highly polished, really well-made, well-thought-out product, I think that their sales numbers would be really high again. And apparently that's what Activision is really pushing for. So I feel like if I think they did the same thing with Guitar Hero and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. They just oversaturated the product until it's just like a dried up teat pretty much. And until there's no more money that they can wring out of it. That's what I feel. I feel that even though I really enjoy these games, they can definitely go for some improvement in some areas, I know you don't really want to get rid of the core Call of Duty gameplay, but just make some more effort, because they're grasping at straws as far as trying to find content to really put in the game, as well as weapons and everything. And if they take time off and really think about their story, then they can have something really, really well done. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about that, but that's just my opinion on it. Comment if you guys agree, or if you don't agree, tell me why I'm wrong. And no anger though. Just discussions. No harm in discussing the games we care about, right? So, anyways, we threw that fire extinguisher in there, fire hydrant. No, but we kill all those guys, and the button is ready to go. And who needs Odin missiles when you can just get traditional nukes? Am I right? And see those tanks at a distance, and it'll show up with this timer, time to impact, 8:47:46. But honestly, you have way more than enough time than you need to complete this, so not to worry. So when you and Hesh go in and where that guy runs out from, right down that hallway on the right that I just went by, if you go in the room on the left, when you walk down that hallway, there will be the Rourke file for this level. And like using this LSAT, it's a really decent weapon, lots of stopping power, nice little iron sight on it. And let me know if you guys are kind of getting a little bit tired of the Call of Duty series, or if you think that they're improving or what? What do you think? I'm curious. So, and I guess the same could be said for Battlefield. You know, they do have the new engine and what have you, but honestly, I kind of feel as if it is a Battlefield 3.5 where it's not really upgraded too much, but I haven't played too much of it, so I can't really, I have a biased opinion, so don't mind me. But yeah, not too many guys in here. You'll come up to this freight elevator here in a second, and there'll be some guys coming out of there, I believe. Yep, there'll be a guy at the end there. And you have tons of flashbangs, so you might as well use them because you're nearing the end here. As far as the first person shooting is going. And then you're back in the tank for one more area, and then you are good to go. Now I switch my LSAT for the FAD, the ACOG site. And this part's really tricky. I died a couple times here. And you want to, I know it has the timer there, but you just want to hang back behind this crate and then lean out if you have to. Just poke your head out, and there will be a sniper up in front of you there, but there are snipers up on the balconies there, so you want to be careful not to get shot by them. And yes, let Hesh go move ahead. Let him be the cannon fodder. And as you can see, they are very, very ruthless here. And there'll be some guys on your left side. I'd do a little slide. This VKS is another one of those integrated silenced weapons. This is a nice little sniper rifle with surprisingly good stopping power for multiplayer. I toyed around with it in multiplayer, and it'll get the job done. Very few hit markers, which is nice. And that's another bonus if you do hate having hit markers when you are sniping in multiplayer. There is this chrome barrel attachment where it'll give you extra stopping power. So you can choose to have that, but there are a plethora of other different options. They talk about a lot of different Juggernaut suits, and in the multiplayer, as far as, you know, Maniac being a 10 kill streak where you run faster than everyone else and you're knifing everyone in a Juggernaut suit, but there's armor piercing for that, you know, all bonus, all balanced pretty well. So now we'll have to go in a little star formation here and take out these 4 anti-air turrets, and back into the kind of mediocre arcade like tank battles. And it kind of feels a little bit gimmicky, you know. Same as Riley earlier on. I wish there were more levels with Riley instead of just the one where you're stealthing around, but always a welcome addition nonetheless. So we're moving on up here. Moving on up. And I take out quite a few guys here, but if you want, you can try and speed run through and take out these turrets. One shot will do for each one. And you can go over these ramps and do some sweet jumps, but in a tank, right? Yeah, sure, Call of Duty. Whatever you say. But hey, what the hell? I guess they are self-aware that their games are really wacky now, but I just wish they'd go back to a Call of Duty 4 day, you know? But yes, I'm kind of dicking around here. Got to make my way forward. And pretty easy to zoom in and get some shots off on those guys. And you'll know that you're pretty close to death when it does that digital surround to your tank. And last one, boom. And this is... Whoa, wait, there we go. And this is actually supposed to happen where your tank gets messed up. And doesn't look like your teammates made it. That sucks. Now you got to get the hell out of there. You got to get out of your tank and move. Leave no man behind except for those two. No time for grabbing dog tags. And I kind of get stuck on the tank there. But yeah, I believe there'll just be one more mission, guys. We're on to our final mission. So yeah, don't think I'll be getting this game for the next gen titles. I was looking at the side by side, and it doesn't look like there's too much difference. That and it's 720p natively instead of the 1080p that you are seeing right now. So I don't know. For a next gen console, it doesn't really seem to next gen, does it? But I don't know if they'll come up with a patch for that, or maybe they just don't want any frame rate drops. And let's be honest, I'm kind of tired of frame rate drops. It's nice having a smooth experience. But yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next video.